Psychic powers have long been portrayed as mystical blessings, offering glimpses of the future, contact with the dead, or deep intuitive clarity. To many, these abilities represent hope, healing, and higher consciousness. But in the flickering shadows behind the crystal ball lies a truth most don't speak of. Psychic abilities can open the mind and the soul to terrifying forces. The gift, as many call it, can come with a dreadful price. For every tale of light, there is one of darkness. This is the story of that darkness, of gifts that drain, visions that shatter, and doorways that open to places not meant to be seen. Of the spirits that feed, the minds that fracture, and the ripple effect these abilities can have on the living. For many psychics, the line between using energy and being consumed by it becomes perilously thin. Energy is exchanged constantly, and over time, without grounding or boundaries, psychics begin to deteriorate. The once clear visions become twisted nightmares, the comforting presence of spirits turns into haunting apparitions, and the mind, once a sanctuary, becomes a battleground for forces beyond comprehension. The gift becomes a curse, a relentless descent into madness and despair. The darkness is insidious, creeping into every corner of the psychic's life. It starts with whispers in the night, voices that call out from the void, begging to be heard. These voices grow louder, more insistent, until they drown out all other thoughts. Shadows move in the periphery of vision, flickering just out of sight, always watching, always waiting. Sleep becomes a distant memory as nightmares invade every moment of rest, leaving the psychic exhausted and on edge. The spirits that once offered guidance now demand more than the psychic can give. They feed on the psychic's energy, draining their life force until there is nothing left but an empty shell. The psychic's body weakens, their mind fractures, and their soul becomes a playground for malevolent entities. These entities revel in the psychic's suffering, using their powers to manipulate and torment, pushing them further into the abyss. The ripple effect of these abilities extends beyond the psychic, affecting those around them. Loved ones become collateral damage, caught in the crossfire of the psychic's battle with the darkness. Relationships crumble, trust is shattered, and the psychic is left isolated, a prisoner of their own mind. The darkness is relentless, a force that cannot be reasoned with or escaped. It consumes everything in its path, leaving behind a trail of despair and destruction. The psychic's life becomes a living nightmare, a never-ending struggle against forces that seek to devour their very essence. The gift, once a source of wonder and hope, becomes a curse that haunts their every waking moment. Psychic powers have long been portrayed as mystical blessings, offering glimpses of the future, contact with the dead, or deep intuitive clarity. To many, these abilities represent hope, healing, and higher consciousness. But in the flickering shadows behind the crystal ball lies a truth most don't speak of. Psychic abilities can open the mind and the soul to terrifying forces. The gift, as many call it, can come with a dreadful price. For every tale of light, there is one of darkness. This is the story of that darkness, of gifts that drain, visions that shatter, and doorways that open to places not meant to be seen. Of the spirits that feed, the minds that fracture, and the ripple effect these abilities can have on the living. For many psychics, the line between using energy and being consumed by it becomes perilously thin. Energy is exchanged constantly, and over time, without grounding or boundaries, psychics begin to deteriorate. Take the case of Mara, an intuitive healer in Vermont. Her readings were eerily accurate. Her clients often left weeping cleansed, they said. But something else was happening beneath the surface. She started looking hollow. Her skin took on a sickly pallor. Her hair was thinned. Mara believed something attached to her during a past life regression with a client who claimed abuse in a ritual setting. From then on, her dreams were plagued by whispers and laughter. Objects moved in her house. She became a stranger to herself. "It feeds when I connect," she once wrote. "It feeds on me." Eventually, she was found unconscious, skeletal and dehydrated, in her bathtub. She never practiced again. Her journals speak of something that grew stronger the more she opened herself to others. To awaken psychically can feel like illumination until the flood of visions becomes unbearable. Some awaken to fast, to violently, and end up shattered. Eli was a quiet man from Portland who began meditating to heal depression. Within months, he experienced vivid out-of-body travel and saw landscapes not of this earth, pulsing cities, faceless beings who communicated in pure emotion. Soon, he couldn't distinguish waking life from visions. Shadows moved independently. He heard voices that were not internal. Eventually, he was institutionalized after drawing hundreds of alien symbols on his walls and speaking only in riddles. "They see through me," he would repeat. "They know I can hear them now." His doctors said it was schizophrenia. Eli believed it was something else, psychic overload. A mind open to wide. Opening to the spirit realm isn't just risky for the psychic, it's dangerous for everyone around them. Danica, a medium in Louisiana, conducted a séance in an abandoned plantation. She claimed a spirit latched onto her. What followed was horrifying. Her personality shifted. She became hostile and cold. Clients reported growling sounds in her home, objects thrown by invisible hands, and a sense of dread. Her cat refused to enter her room. Mirrors cracked spontaneously. "We're inside now. We're home," she was heard whispering during a trance. Danica abandoned her home and fled the state. In her old apartment, her landlord discovered dozens of notebooks, filled with frantic writing. One phrase repeated, "Don't open the door unless you know how to close it." Children born with strong psychic abilities often suffer the most. Without the tools to protect themselves, they become beacons for dark forces. Avery, age 10, was a child psychic brought in to help locate a missing neighbor. She described in graphic detail a decomposing body. She even knew about the broken wrist and mudcake boots. She was right, but from that day forward, she began withdrawing. She spoke to people no one else could see. "The man with the broken wrist wants me to show him back," she whispered at night. Her family experienced terrifying events: scratches on walls, shadows moving independently, sleepless nights filled with screaming. They were never the same. Avery now lives under another name. She avoids all media. No one knows what truly happened. Some psychics open their minds to guides, angels, or higher beings. But once the door is open, you cannot always control what comes through. Ines, a trance medium, regularly channeled what she believed were ascended masters. During a live stream session, her voice dropped several octaves. Her eyes turned white. The voice that spoke was cruel, mocking, and impossibly knowing. "You're all so easy to see, so easy to break." The stream ended abruptly. Ines disappeared for weeks. When she returned, she looked gaunt, shaken. "I don't remember what happened," she said. "And I don't want to." What many don't realize is that psychic abilities don't just affect the practitioner. They can damage others in profound and frightening ways. Mood swings, illness, paranoia, these can be caused by psychic projections. Emotions, especially rage or grief, can be expelled and latch onto others. Miranda, an empath, once had a fight with her partner. She described feeling a pressure in her chest, a scream that never left. Her partner collapsed, seizing. Doctors found nothing wrong. He recovered but claimed, "Something left me that day." Some psychics unintentionally manipulate others. Cora, a telepathic sensitive, caused bizarre behavior in coworkers. People reported losing time, forgetting what they were doing, or acting against their will. One man described her presence as being puppet-like. An energy healer later discovered that Cora had formed energetic cords with nearly everyone in her office. No one knew she was doing it. Others feed off energy, consciously or not. Jacob, a spiritual coach, left clients weak and disoriented. One woman claimed she saw him in her dreams, staring at her from outside her window. Jacob disappeared soon after, leaving behind a chilling final blog post: "I help you release what you no longer need. And sometimes, I keep it." Trauma and darkness can linger and spread. After a botched eclipse channeling, Rowan and her group experienced the same nightmare: a woman in black, standing in a room with no doors. One woman woke up with scratches. The group disbanded. Rowan moved away. They never spoke of it again. Some psychics deliver truths people are not ready for. Delphine told a man searching for his wife, "She's not lost. You buried her." Police found the body. He confessed. Delphine was never the same. She stopped doing readings. "Knowing destroyed something inside me," she said. Psychic gifts are not mere parlor tricks. They are not simple. They are not safe. Many who walk this path report lasting consequences: broken relationships, illness, nightmares, hauntings. Some say they feel watched constantly. Others describe waking with mud on their feet. Some forget entire weeks. This is the part they don't tell you in crystal shops and tarot parlors. Psychic gifts may offer light, but they also attract everything that lives in the dark, and some of it wants in. To possess psychic gifts is to become a lighthouse in a storm of spiritual shipwrecks. Some spirits are grateful, others are furious, and some are starving. It is not uncommon for those close to psychics to suffer misfortune, illness, or prolonged nightmares. This is not always the psychic's fault, but it is the price of proximity to an open gate. You see, not all who see beyond the veil are protectors. Some are bait. Psychics must learn to protect themselves, to ground, to shield, to discern. Because once that door opens, it doesn't always close. The darkness that leaks through can seep into homes, minds, and lives. And in rare, tragic cases, it consumes them entirely. So, if you feel the pull, the awakening, the sudden flash of knowing, proceed with reverence. Because the gift you awaken may be the thing that devours you. Thanks for diving into the shadows with me, you curious, twisted, and beautifully eerie souls. My name is Penny Flick with Kreep-ish. Share your thoughts below. We're just scratching the surface of true crime, history's mysteries, and all things hauntingly fascinating. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and always remember, the truth is stranger than fiction.